standard third lesson from history, that is ancient civilizations of India. In this lesson we are going to learn about the topics like when did nomadic life became stable, and then we are going to learn the first urbanization, then the significance of the cities, and then town planning, town life, and also the decline of the towns. We are going to learn all these topics by going through some important tips regarding this lesson in today's session. So have a look on the and have a detailed note about this topics. Let us know what is the meaning of nomadic and how this nomadic life became stable. Archaeologists have come across signs of huts and houses in some places. They have excavated a cellar in Burzahom in Kashmir. People of those times used to dig shallow pits in the soil and live in them. There were steps leading to the pits. These were built in this manner in order to provide protection from the cold weather and wild animals. Earthen pots have been found inside and outside such pits. In accordance to the weather condition, people cooked food either inside or outside. There is a site named Mehergarh near the fertile plain of Bolan Pass, which leads to Iran. The people of Mehergarh were the first one who have learned the cultivation of barley and wheat crops and the rearing of goat and sheep. This is the first village that has come to our notice. The people of Mehergarh lived in houses. Some houses had 4 or more rooms. Many sites have been discovered here which not only have the fossils of animals but also graves. People and animals used to be buried together here. Mehergarh and Bolan Pass, the Khyber Pass, the Bolan Pass, and wheat and barley. See the picture. Houses had 4 or more rooms. The picture of human and animal fossils. The first urbanization, that is the ancient sites of Harappa, were discovered by the engineers when the railway lines were being laid 150 years ago in the Sindhu Valley region of Punjab. They thought that it was a mound made of excellent bricks. They utilized the bricks for the construction of railway lines. In this way, many houses which had been buried under the soil were destroyed. Subsequently, archaeologists took up research in this area. They were convinced that it was an ancient city. Since the sites around this city resembled the site discovered earlier, they were called the Harappan civilization. These cities are said to be 4,600 years old. Now let us go to the significance of cities. We can see 2 or more paths in the cities of Harappa. The western part is narrow and at an elevated place. Archaeologists are of the view that it was a citadel. The eastern part is wide and at a lower level. This area has been called the lower town. Every part had a wall made of burnt bricks, since the bricks around them were placed in an interlocking manner. The walls were very strong. There were noteworthy buildings inside the citadel. Mohenjo-daro, one of the cities, had a water tank. Then scholars have called this as the bath tank. It is built of brick so as to prevent the seepage of water from the tank. The bath tank has steps on either sides to go down and has rooms all around. The water was probably supplied to the tank by a well and the used water was let out. The water was probably supplied to the tank by a well and the used water was let out. Probably very important people used to take bath in this pool on special occasions. Now let us go to the next topic, that is town planning. The lower town in the low-lying area of the city was the place of habitation of the people. It was constructed in a very methodical manner, systematically laid out houses, roads and drains can be seen here. Almost every person lived in either one or two storied house. The houses were built of bricks and had very strong walls. There were bathrooms in the houses. Some houses had wells which supplied water. The cities had a neat laid out underground sewage system. The drains were built of brick and covered with stone slabs. The gutter of each house was linked to the main drain outside and enabled the flow of dirty water from the house. Holes were created in the drains to enable timely cleaning of them. Now let us go to the town life. Apart from houses, precious stones and metals were also found. Most of the objects found were beads and seals. The layout of the town reveals the existence of administrative class. The people of this place may have used expensive metals, gems and jewelry. The beads were probably used by the common people. There is an unknown script on the seals. This reveals that there was no dearth of literate people. This enabled the engraving of script on thousands of seals. The people of Harappan culture had depended on agriculture and trade. Wheat, barley, pulses and mustard were their main crops. They had learned to grow cotton and weaving the clothes from it. We can say that they knew irrigation since many towns were situated on the banks of rivers. We can say that they knew irrigation since many towns were situated on the banks of rivers. They had domesticated the humped bull, cow, buffalo, sheep, goat, dog and hen and were engaged in cattle rearing, sheep rearing and poultry. Oxen were used to carry heavy loads. Trade and commerce had assumed primary importance along with agriculture. The towns carried on business with rural areas. The seals obtained at Mesopotamia established the fact that the Indus Valley civilization had trade relations with it. Primary importance for agriculture and then trade and Indus Valley region developed trade relations with Mesopotamia towns. The situation in these places began to change some 4,000 years ago. There were reasons apart from natural reasons. The walls of Harappan fort were further strengthened. Towards the final days of this town, its west gate was closed completely. The spacious room of Mohenjo-daro cave became smaller. Huge buildings turned into huts. Neither the town planning nor the road planning was systematic at this time. Historians have given various explanations for the decline of these towns. Some feel the dried rivers as the reason and others feel that changed course of rivers was the reason. Other historians have cited the destruction of forest as the cause. Probably inundation by floods could be the reason. People living in Indus Valley and some sites of West Punjab might have deserted the area and migrated to new areas in the east and south. This civilization survived in Lothal, town of Gujarat, for some more years. The Indus Valley civilization has remained an evidence of maturity of Indian civilization. So, dear children, we learnt about what was the life of nomadic people and how their life became stable, and then the first urbanization, the significance of the cities, the Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, then the town planning and the town life, and how these towns came to end, that is decline of the towns. So in tomorrow's session, let us learn about the Vedic age. So what all we have learned today, let us have a look on this. These are some important picks regarding this lesson about the urbanization, about the cities here, that is Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, then the town planning, then the life of the people and the decline of the towns. Thank you for watching this video, dear children.